You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you might not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Ooh, baby, we got a wild one for you. Oh, baby, we got a spooky one for you.
That's right. It's episode 6 of Dragula Titans, and we're talking about the ugly ladies of wrestling. But first, Meatball addresses all the Twitter drama that's been going on. Can you dig it?
Yeah, I get into it. I wonder if it's going to make any sense. I hope it does.
Enjoy the
episode. Goodbye, Fuglies.
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom,
you end up with us.
sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Hello, Fuglies, and welcome, your goulash ghouls, and welcome back to Spooky Seconds.
Yes.
That's right. The Boulay brothers have launched a new season of Dragula Titans, so you got your wish and we're doing another recap, baby. Woo!
Yes.
Yes!
So, let's get into it. Last week, honey, the twink drama don't quit. There were just conversations on conversations about Hoso, Abora, Astrid. Also, that last week was also the time they brought Victoria and Eva into it. And basically, Melissa and Coco were so over it. Then they ate some pig brains for the fright feet.
Turned out to not be pig brains. It's actually the tissue between an animal's ribs and it's like intestines or something.
Where did you get that information?
Someone called in and told us, and it's like a delicacy. It's usually fried and you eat it like super crispy.
Oh,
that's why it was, because someone was like, yeah, pig brains wouldn't pull apart like that. That is just intestinal stuff.
But last week they said actual pig brains. What is this, a fake TV show?
What are they, liars?
And there were no stakes in this fright feat because they made it seem like Erica Clash was going to come back, and then she didn't. And then it was time for a zombie prom, and of course Victoria Elizabeth Black won that challenge, and as her prize or her punishment, she had to choose the monster to banish back to the underworld, and she dropped Abora like a bad habit, baby.
Baby, she went down.
But before we start...
What? What's going on?
I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the last week on Twitter, there's been a lot of chatter. And not just about Elon Musk.
No, what? Oh, because the cars are crashing? Yeah, we got to talk about that.
No, baby.
It's crazy. What?
You're out here stirring the pot.
I've never done a thing like that.
You're letting everybody know what's really good, Miley. And why don't you, as if our listeners and myself have not paid attention to anything, but just know there's a lot of noise going on over there, why don't you lay it out for us beat by beat?
Okay, so I was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever you that okay. So
what happened with Saint?
So with Saint,
because you're blocked.
Can you hear my gardeners out there?
Okay, you're the one talking about my palatial estate. You've got gardeners.
Okay, I'm just asking. Can you hear them?
I can't.
Okay, so I guess Saint got drunk at another one of those Roscoe's viewing parties, which I was at, and not there when she was drunk, and she said something about Yovska wanting credit for her ghost look idea, the masked ghost look that got on Resurrection.
On Resurrection, or the ghost ship look from last season?
I think it was Resurrection. It was the white ghost face, because that was like a Yovska look.
Got it. Okay. That's was my confusion.
Yes. Yovska, I think, accused her of like Yovska actually didn't do anything. Yovska was like, wait, why are you saying I accused you of saying that I wanted credit? You were the one who got in my inbox telling me that I inspired you to do it. And then Saint called her a liar. And then Yovska posted the photos, the screenshots of her telling her that it inspired the look. And then she posted all the screenshots. And then that just reminded me. So everyone was piling on Saint.
And
saying like,
because
well, why would you lie? You're drunk. You've been saying mean stuff about everyone's looks. You've discussed Erica's genitals on the Roscoe's viewing parties. Like, she hasn't been everyone's favorite on all the viewing parties, and her
she's
behavior's been really shitty.
A regular host of the viewing parties?
I thought she was the regular host, which is why I got so excited when they asked me to come do it, because I was like, oh, I'm about to spill tea on Roscoe's YouTube channel. Probably never be invited back, but I thought it would have been really funny. Unfortunately, when I got there, Sigourney was the host. I even texted Sean at Roscoe's, and I was like, wait, I thought Saint was going to be the host. And he was like, they switch off. And I was like, should have picked a different week. I know, because how cunt would it have been? Well, just to watch her, like, her face. So then I see all that, and it just reminded me of this thing that happened 2 years ago where a group chat got started by somebody else. Everybody thinks I started it. I had nothing to do with it. The group chat got started by someone else, and they were talking about their experiences on the show. This was right around the time that Resurrection was casting. We had a bunch of people had gotten text messages from Ian, including myself, saying, like, would you be open to working with the Boulets again? Again, this was, like Saint said in her apology, it was right in 2020. Emotions were high after the George Floyd murder, like all of that stuff. They went around and asked, and a couple of the previous contestants started a group chat that included all of the Black queens that had been on the show.
Right.
And in that group chat, everyone was giving their experiences and talking about, like, just how they felt. And I can, like, kind of show you, like, I definitely, if you look at the screen, didn't start the group chat. That's not me. And I only said 3 things in the group chat, which I will read now. Post the show. They did nothing to help me. Also, kind of went out of their way to badmouth me after we went on tour. I think we're okay now, but I never thought about how there was no one Black on the crew. I just think that they're bad people with an implicit bias, but I definitely do not believe that they are racist. They're just selfish. And then someone brought up the video of them on something for Friends for Cash, Couples for Cash, that old
Besties
WoW
for
show.
Cash,
Yeah. So, and on that, apparently they mentioned something that they like to dress up like Black ghetto girls and call themselves Bukita and go out and like bad ghetto drag. That video has now been removed off the internet, but and then my next statement was, oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, if you're going to accuse them, you better find that video. And that was the end of my conversation in that. So to this day, I still do not believe that the Boulets are racist. I've never said that they were racist. Any issue that I've had with them that has been about race wasn't because they're racist. It's because they're dumb. So Saint takes these screenshots and sends them to the Boulets without asking us if it was okay.
Not to spill anyone else's shit, but there are other things being said in this conversation.
Yes.
About other people's personal experiences.
Yes, it's everybody's personal experiences on the show. Everybody of color has told their story and how they feel, the Boulets feel about them, and how they feel about the Boulets. And Saint, without asking us if she could, or just going to the Boulets and saying, hey, there's this group chat going on. I think there's a lot of stuff that's maybe race-based that you should go and talk to them about. She just screenshot it and sent it to the Boulets. So then that day, we each get a call from the Boulets. And when they call me, they're talking about we start the conversation real nice. It was right around when my makeup came out. They were like, well, send us a couple and like, we'll promote them for you. Like, we were on good terms.
And was this before or after you had toured with them in the UK?
This is after I toured with them in the UK and after they had said that stuff about my white parents. So like, it had taken a while for us to get back on good terms.
Okay.
Remember there was the situation at Precinct where the Boulets and the 2 bartenders were talking about how I shouldn't consider myself black and I shouldn't talk ill about white people because I have two white parents. And it all started because me and Pinche were like, we had spoken poorly about some white customer.
Mm.
And so someone in that room came to me and told me that they had said that. And then I called them. And then it turned into a whole thing because they were lying, because the two bartenders actually came and apologized to me about it. And they still work at Precinct and we're fine and we're friendly. But they told me everything that happened in that conversation. And the Boulets have since denied it and wanted it to just go away. And I've never forgotten about it. And it would really hurt my feelings. Because when you think about them, and I thought they were like the icons, they were like the people I wanted to be. And I slowly realized like, oh, they're just two dudes with bad attitudes. So anyway, Saints. Oh.
And so they called you on the phone.
They call me on the phone.
After the screenshots.
After the screenshots are sent to them.
And what did that conversation go like?
Well, it started with them talking about, like, they wanted my makeup and, like, everything. And then they were like, well, do you have any problems with production? Like, we had maybe heard that there was something going on. And I was like, oh, no, what are you talking about? And then the little one said something that was a direct quote from the thing. And I went, well, it sounds like you read it all already, right? And she went, yeah, we actually did. And I went, oh, my God, that's crazy. Why don't you just tell me who sent you the screenshots then? And then that's when their little buttholes tightened up and they were like, well, we wouldn't be comfortable doing that. And then I said, remember a long time ago when you were talking ill about me and my family and someone came forward and told me about it? And then I called you and you asked me who told you or who told me, and I told you who told me? This is the same situation and I would like you to tell me. And they were like, well, we're not comfortable. We'll make sure, we'll get in contact with them and we'll have them call you. I don't believe that they ever did that. So then I had to go through the group chat and call each person individually that day and talk to them and figure out who it was that was lying. I immediately figured out that it was Saint and called her, and she lied to me about it. And she said that it wasn't her. It must have been Kendra. So at that point, I knew that she was a fucking fake and a liar.
Why
and I held on to it for 2 years. I don't know. I do not know why she threw Kendra under the bus. So after that happened, I kind of held on to it until, the other day when I released it. And I've run into Saint before, like post this. Like I ran into her at Bushwig and I was so nice to her. Just was like, one of these days.
Well, who's the fake now?
Well, me. Everyone knows that. So that's pretty much what happened.
And so in this moment right now, because of it seems like there's a little drama with Yovska about sort of lying and what's said behind closed doors versus what's said publicly, which sort of led a bunch of people to hop on the internet and say, well, I've had the same experience. But it seems like what you have now shared is sort of like the heaviest one out of all of them. Rather than but it's taking also credit for a drag look, like we're talking about sort of betraying trust and especially about stuff that really matters about identity and comfortability and like making sure everyone feels represented and respected.
Absolutely. And I think that, again, if Saint had actually been trying to help us and get to the Boulets and let them know, like, hey, there's been some unfair treatment or people feel this way, she would have just talked to them. She wouldn't have sent them the screenshots. It is truly my belief that she did that to get a one-up and prevent the rest of us from getting on Resurrection so that she could get on. And she did. And then I believe that she was rewarded for that by winning Resurrection and then being able to sail through season 4. Because, again, she wasn't doing great on season 4. And I think that all of this was a reward for her.
Now, she did write an apology.
Well, I think that apology was ghostwritten by the Boulets to help cover her ass because I've never seen her write that many coherent sentences in a row.
Okay.
And the way that it just kind of addresses every single topic to prevent anybody from talking about it. Because if it was a real apology, she would have reached out to me and apologized. If it was a real apology, she would have told me the day that it happened when I was on the phone with her, asking her, hey, why would you do something like this? I know it was you. Everyone has basically said it was you. Why don't you just admit to it? And she didn't.
So how do you feel? Like, do you feel like it's all wrapped up and you're ready and you're good and you're moving on? Or how do you feel? Or what do you think?
I feel fine. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing is that like all of this stuff happened years ago. I'm glad that I got the story about them talking about my family out because that everyone always asks me why I have negative feelings towards Double and why I'm so cynical about them and why I like never talk about it and I sound shifty and stuff. It's just like that's why. That's why I stopped working for them forever ago. That's why I'll never be on the show again. It's because I don't like the way they work.
Mm.
And I don't like the way they were talking about me and my family behind my back without ever meeting my family and having no reason to talk about it. And then instead of apologizing and owning up for having that conversation so that we could move forward from it, they just wanted me to pretend like it didn't happen.
I think that is I'm not making an apology here. I'm just making an observation. I think that my people, not your people, white people, we really want, there's like such an urge to sweep things under the rug. There's such like an impulse to be like, yeah, sure, but then kind of save face and then kind of say, well, let's never talk about that again, rather than like, owning an apology and actually owning up to a mistake. I mean, it's like what the entire
because here's
that
the thing.
book,
Again,
White Fragility,
I do not
is about.
believe that they are racist, and I will keep saying that they are not racist. They have done and said racist things, but I am like they can learn from it. My issue is that they weren't willing to learn. When I was on the phone with them, talking to them about it, all they wanted to know was who snitched on them. They didn't want to know what the conversation they had was bad.
Right.
And for the other bartenders to come forward and apologize to me and Pinche separately about the things that were said obviously means it's an admission of guilt. So I'm sorry that I cannot move past that without an apology. Same to Saint. I'm not going to move past this. And well, I'll stop talking about it because now it's out.
Right.
But it's like, I'm not going to forgive you. That co-written Boulay Brother production notice thing that you posted that you didn't write is not an apology to me. It's not an apology to Kendra for saying that she was the one who did it. It's not an apology.
Yeah, it just comes down to...
It was damage control.
It comes down to like, how do you see the situation? Is it a public situation in the entertainment industry that you're trying to do damage control and save face on? Or is it a real human-to-human interaction that you want to rectify, learn from, become a better person, genuinely apologize for, and move on? If your motivation is always, how do we save face for the brand and sweep this under the rug, it's going to be harder to develop as a person because you're just going to keep trying to save face.
So, yeah. And then that's like kind of the end of it.
Yeah.
That's where it's at and that's where it stopped. And everyone's, the show's going to keep growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. And this is going to get swept under the rug, but it's my personal experience with them. And I feel like it's a story that I've been sitting on for so long and I wanted to get it out there. I feel better now and I'll feel better now that more people know. And I'm happy now people can stop asking me why I don't like them.
Right. And now
Should we get on with the review?
Now you can celebrate their drag.
Yes, Mama. Now let's celebrate their drag, their pads. And I feel so much more free. I'm going to let these cunts have it.
Free as the wind on this
beach. So
right,
I hope that made sense. Let's take a break and come back and review these whores.
We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
You know, I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
You know, I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50 off and use code sloppyseconds50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off. Do you want to improve your sleep? Well, listen up and get a Helix.
Whether you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach, Helix makes premium mattresses that are designed to fit your specific sleep style.
You know, now that it's spring, why not upgrade your sleep game and get a Helix mattress?
And you know what?
What?
I can guarantee you that they have a mattress for you with over 20 different styles and models for you to sleep on. I love sleep. I can't get enough of it.
And I love my Helix mattress. So ever since I got the big and tall, I know we go on and on about it, but it's a perfect fit for me. I haven't had a mattress before that I was able to select a model from, and I'm so happy I got to do that with Helix.
And I, too, have the big and tall model, and it's perfect for my big and tall body. I loved it so much, I got a second one for my guest room.
True.
Yes, baby. And the people are sleeping great in there when they eventually do sleep in there.
Best of all, Helix delivers right to your door with free shipping in the US, and you can get a 120-night sleep trial to make sure that it's right for you.
You also get peace of mind because Helix mattresses are backed by a limited lifetime warranty and have been recognized by experts at places like Forbes and Wired. And me. I am a sleep expert too.
Period. Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy to get up to 27% off site-wide during their Memorial Day sale.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy, and make sure you enter sloppy seconds after checkout so that they know that we sent you.
helixsleep.com/sloppy.
Get yourself a Helix.
We are back.
We're back.
And it's time to get into the episode.
You know what I did love about this episode overall? Less talking in a room, more watching them do things. We got to watch them train.
Less Abora.
No, I see. Now I didn't like that part because I know that Abora's wrestling costume was cunt. Okay.
Oh yeah, and she would have been such a great performer. I mean, it would have been wild.
She would have
and
slayed
great.
because she does not care about her body, so she would throw herself around.
Okay, so here we are. This episode is episode 6. It's the Ugly Ladies of Wrestling rematch. So obviously Astrid is grateful to be back. Coco says, "Girl, I wish it had been a double elimination." And Victoria is still kind of cagey about why she chose Abora over Astrid. She says that it's about like the technical application of drag, but I think there still would have been, I think she knows there would have been more drama if Abora had stayed. And Victoria doesn't seem to be the kind of person who wants like a tornado of drama around her at all times. So I think she was like, this becomes the path of least resistance.
She wanted to send one of the two of them home because otherwise it should have been Abora and Melissa if it was really about application. Melissa was walking around with
basically
fucking pita chips on her face.
I was going to say, taped a piece of construction paper and it just flapped in the wind.
It's like a tortilla. Or no, what? Yeah, a big old tortilla.
Yeah, a big old tortilla. And then there's that moment when like they're talking about technical application and Astrid's like, does no one in this room see me working hard? And everyone's like, baby, you could be working hard all you want, but if if it's not applying,
It's
if the
not working,
application ain't there, the application ain't there.
It's exactly what we said about Erica. You can be working as hard as you can, but sometimes it does not match up to everybody else.
If you glue a candy corn every 3 inches on a bodysuit, it'll still look like candy corn on a bodysuit.
Absolutely, honey.
Okay, and then this was shocking to me. 10 minutes into the episode, they're still talking about Abora, and that bitch ain't even there. Did she
I know,
get her
I was
check
rolling
for
my
episode 6?
Yeah, she should be paid by her name. I was like not happy about them talking about it, and I literally was like, oh God, here it goes. But I love that Coco's in there, and she goes, Mama, I wish I cared.
She knows. She's like, this is so dumb, and it's been dumb for 6 weeks.
This is Coco's episode. Actually, a lot of these episodes have been Coco's episodes.
Because you remember Dungeons and Dragons?
That was Coco's episode, when she gurgled.
And she said, Lars Shamar, rar. And then she said, they stole my script. And Astrid's over here like, baby, your script is right there underneath your titties. You know what this reminded me of? When you lost your breastplate in New York City.
Okay.
In the suitcase you were carrying all around town.
I was literally in an airport with the suitcase being like, I left my tits.
They weigh like 30 pounds. All they were wrapped in a towel.
They were wrapped in a towel that I stole. Okay. Thank you, Zava.
Thank you, Zava. Okay, so and then Astrid makes some like snide remark to Hoso that says like, when you do break up with your partner, I'll be knocking. I'm way cuter than him. And Hoso's like, don't joke about that. That's not funny.
I'd like to know what Hoso's partner looks like. I know that they probably want to be like kept alone, but I really want to know. Is Astrid cuter? Is Lizard Boy cuter?
Girl,
honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference because all twinks look the same to me.
So tell us what the challenge is.
The challenge is the Ugly Ladies of Wrestling, featuring Arda Wiggs, the inventor of the Lee in Spanish Brown.
Ding.
Ding. On my season, I did very well on this challenge. Almost won.
So this was, all you had to do was throw a little body weight around.
No, I actually didn't have to wrestle because I was in the top.
Oh, the wrestle was the elimination.
And that's the first time I saw Melissa get violent, and that's when I was scared of her. And so when they go into this,
sorry,
yeah, you need to watch it because she beats the shit out of Xochi Mochi, and I think I remember Xochi Mochi might be being a little bit upset about how hard she was hitting
because she was like, I actually got injured, and they were like,
it's
HR
Dragula, baby,
safety meeting, and they were like, no, baby, we're shooting for YouTube.
So everyone's like, who wants to fight Melissa? She's badass, because they all remember from the first season.
Right.
And then Astrid starts throwing shade at Melissa and Hoso for what seems like no reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get this. Like, it just seemed like Astrid was trying to find a storyline to be like, we're going to take it out in the wrestling ring. Let's fight. But Hoso says, I'm just so petite. How am I gonna wrestle? How am I gonna beat anyone? Astrid says, just gaslight him. Woo! Then they start cutting eyes.
Ooh. Oh yeah. This is the only episode where everyone just kind of was quiet and just looking, and I was like, now this is actual drama and real tension, and like nothing's happening.
Not her saying, just gaslight him. Oh, like you've done me for 6 months? Woo?
If we're going to talk about that couple, the relationship again, they kiss at the end of the episode, but they fight in the middle, and then they're like, I just don't get it. Is this toxic? Is it a toxic relationship?
Remember that guy I dated for a little bit?
Yeah.
That felt toxic.
Yeah, well, he was trying to clip your wing.
But
he was telling Birdie not to fly.
Mama told me that butterfly. Fifth Harmony. Yeah. No, like, there's that thing. There are people in your lives. We talked about this last week. Like, you could just keep talking about it all the time. There are people in your lives that you're just connected to. You have like a pheromone, like a chemical connection. You can't deny it, but it also might not be good for you, and you just feel like you can't get away from it.
Yeah. And it's that thing where it's like, sometimes you never really get over it. You just got to move on from it.
Well, let's move on to some arm wrestling. The fright feat this week.
Oh my gosh. This is possibly one of the scariest fright feats they've ever done on this show. Like, truly, My favorite tweet was from Bible Girl being like, those girls that had to jump out of the plane watching them fucking arm wrestle.
Didn't Maxi Glamour jump out of a plane?
Yeah, that was the season.
Yeah.
Did they all have to or no?
No, it was just like the fright feed is new because they're like
They
what
move it to
would
the
have
front.
been extermination challenge.
So they would have, okay, so an arm wrestling extermination.
Oh, you have
It
a
was bad. It's
tattoo that
shitty.
just says
It's a fucking shitty thing to do. Make them fucking
drag
arm
slut
wrestle.
on your ass or you arm wrestle Victoria Elizabeth Black.
No, it says slut. Her tattoo says slut Dragula because they flipped it upside down.
Slut Dragula?
It was supposed to say Dragula slut, but it says slut Dragula.
Doesn't make any sense.
So Israel and Ken are back. Ken's tits are there.
No, they weren't. I only saw face pics. They didn't even do a medium shot.
Oh, well, I know, but you know what? When you see the face, you know the
tits are there. Yeah.
They put on the wigs because this challenge was sponsored by Arta Wigs, so they're all just like in
Honey,
these
all
wigs.
those good Arta wig boxes all over the boudoir.
I know. I love an Arta wig. Great for cosplay.
Okay,
Now,
so they
where
do a
did
bunch of
Coco
arm
get
wrestling.
that short blonde wig? Because that's not an Arta. I went online looking for it because I really need that.
That short wig is lit.
That short wig is laid.
Yeah,
it's got
the little curl.
Coco, tell me where you got that wig.
Okay, so Victoria beats Hoso, Coco beats Eva, Melissa beats Astrid. Then Coco beats Victoria, and then Coco beats Melissa. So she beat her round, and then both the winners of the other round. So that means Coco wins the fright feat, and she gets to pick the teams. And she makes there is no, what's the turn of phrase?
Umbrage.
No, not umbrage. No
love lost.
No qualms about it. No
qualms about it. No.
She just cuts straight to it in the interview chair, and she says, "My strategy for the teams will be to stack them unfairly."
She's the best. She's absolutely the best.
She said,
and that's her strategy, and that's what she does.
Me and Melissa and Eva were the strongest players. We're on a team, and little weaklings,
Victoria, Hoso, and
Astrid, they're doing the other team.
The tiniest of twinks.
Yeah.
But then they have a rehearsal with Emmy. Oh, sorry. What were you going to say?
What's interesting about this is even though the teams are 3-on-3, the real teamwork is between the partners that are set up to fight one another.
Yeah. And I think that those worked out really well.
Yeah. So tell us about the rehearsal with Emmy.
The rehearsal with Emmy, she's great. I love whoever she is. And this is what I was saying. This was great. We got to watch them rehearse and learn and talk to each other and interact in that environment. And that was so much more interesting to watch.
I agree.
They do rehearsed violence. She teaches the monsters that the victim or the person receiving is, they're in charge of the stunt. This is just theater violence. We all learned this. We all took a class.
I just love how language evolves because I took a class called stage combat.
Stage combat, yeah.
And we've all heard the term fight choreographer. But Emmy was like, I do rehearsed violence.
She's you know what? I heard that she taught RuPaul how to slap.
Oh,
yeah.
In her infancy.
She was
a baby.
Preborn.
Yeah.
When
she was preborn.
She was still up in just a twinkle in her daddy's eye,
When you chose violence on Twitter, was that rehearsed violence? Did you wake up the day before and practice your tweets, and then on the day of you said, "Now I'm going to let have"?
To be fair, almost certainly. No, what was rehearsed was that I was gonna drop all of this at Roscoe's on camera because I wanted to see Saint's face as she had to either lie to my face or tell the truth in front of an audience. That's what I really wanted.
You were going to be like, what about that time you shared all the screenshots?
Yeah,
from
well,
that time?
I had a lead up, which was going to be like, what if we did Titans together? Saying, what would our drama be? What do you think it would be? And then I was going to be like, I think it would be the time that you did this. So it was almost rehearsed. Wouldn't that have been cunt as fuck? I was so ready.
I also would have loved it if you had avoided the 2 tiny grammatical errors in your tweets, but
which one?
It wouldn't have been
screen shooting,
and also there was a possessive, should have been an apostrophe.
Yeah, the producers on the S. Yeah. I saw that later,
but it makes it more authentic because
Twitter it was coming from the heat.
full of typos, and you knew you were like, it's too darn. And you just
It's
started.
too darn.
You said, let me get these Twitter fingers.
I said, oh, well, you know. And everyone was like, stop, she's already dead.
No, girl, she had blocked you.
She wasn't dead yet.
So we get a little preview. Now, this was annoying to me because the wig reveal was really cute in the rehearsal room. And I was like,
wish they wouldn't have shown it.
That's not going to be a part of the show because they've ruined it here. And it just looked like no one else in the room knew Coco had a little underdressed
Underwig?
An underwig. What do you call that?
A reveal wig. A reveal unit.
A unit?
A unit?
And so it looked like everyone got so much joy out of it just like in the rehearsal room.
Yeah.
And then it was annoying that it was like part of the actual show. But anyhow, they have a great rehearsal. They're getting really physical. It looks like they're all like doing great.
Mm-hmm.
So then the next day.
Which two? Sorry. Two of them kind of tumble off the mat. Not during the challenge, but in the rehearsal. And it looked a little real. I was like, damn. I think maybe it was Victoria. Someone took it down to the floor.
Someone took a tumble.
Okay.
I don't remember that. Well, let's
The
take a
next day
break.
okay. And we're back. The next day, they're in the boudoir. The queens shit talk to each other and get ready to battle. But there's no real drama now.
Yeah,
which is fine. I'm fine.
The fake drama's like Coco's like, oh, Melissa or oh, Victoria, you won the zombie thing, but they said I could have had the crown. You know, it's like they're like trying to shit talk as if to get ready for the wrestling ring, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So then we see the Boulets.
And they're wearing what I could only be described as, well, you put in here that they're alien spider bodysuits. It has got like 5 arms or 9.
Well, what is it? Because the spider has 8 legs.
Yeah.
So
maybe they're counting their arms and legs.
Well, but that would be 9 because there's 5 coming up. And then if they don't count their arms, but just count their legs, then it's 7. So then I was like, is it a skeleton hand?
Oh, maybe it's a hand. Maybe it's fingers. I got, when they were turned sideways, like it would look like a bunch of scorpion stingers. So I thought maybe they were like a 5-tailed scorpion.
How many legs does...
Well, no, scorpions have like 8 or 6 legs and 2 claws.
Have
now, do lizards' brains live in their tails? I can tell you right now, that wasn't a joke. She actually asked that question.
Who? What?
Remember when the big boule was talking about Astrid? And they were like, wait, do lizards' brains live in their tails? It was like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Okay. So, and they introduced the guest. Let's talk about padding really quick. What's going on with the boule, the big one, Jamie, the big one's right leg pad?
Now, you posted this on your Instagram or on your close friends. And
I posted it on Twitter.
You were like, what's up with that? And
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, to me, it doesn't look like I just watched.
To me, it looks like they have one shot where they're standing on camera and no one could look at their body and be like, hey, take 5 minutes and go fix that pad.
Oh,
just like,
do you think it's just like one is like sort of has migrated in a weird way?
Yeah, I think it's just like moved a little bit and it just looks weird. Also, everyone's complaining that there's nothing on the bottom half of this costume and saying, how dare they judge Astrid on wearing a bodysuit when they're wearing bodysuits. But again, I am of the belief that if you're a judge or a host of a show, you don't have to follow the rules that you put forward because
literally
you're the
not
judge
at
or the
all.
host.
Totally.
But
completely.
I do believe that maybe like a gladiator skirt or something just to break up the bottom.
What about like
this.
A big cunty boot?
Yeah, well, they were in boots. They just weren't. They were in like pleaser boots. But I think like something just to cover up the waist or cinch it in or do something because it just looked naked down.
Oh, it's pants.
It's not pants.
Oh, it's a scrunchy thigh-high boot.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Or maybe chaps. It just needs something on the bottom half. But the top half
belt?
looks great.
Or
I think a big belt.
Even if the bottom of the leotard looked like what they had on their arms.
On their arms.
Because
if it was a belt with that, yeah.
It does look like they didn't finish the bottom of it. Their hair,
Or,
the hair,
designers fall through all the time. We've both dealt with that. Maybe that was the day up.
Their hair is amazing.
Hair is fucking stunned. 10 out of 10. I love that
swoop,
little
and then
swoop
and
that piece that sticks straight up. Like,
it's
bitch,
so
they look good.
And I also love how they get a little ravey. They're like this in the camera. They're like waving their arms in front of the camera.
The guests are Poppy, who's been a return guest. This is maybe their third time. And Katya.
Yeah.
I love Katya. The floor show begins. Hoso comes out and...
So they put a whole wrestling ring right there on the floor show.
Yep. I think that's incredible.
And so the dolls all get to do their floor show moment in the wrestling ring before the match starts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hoso comes out as a beetle with incredible 80s hair and the headpiece. Hoso's to me was like my favorite. Did you like hers?
I thought her look was amazing. I thought her makeup was good. I mean, she looked like what she actually looked like to me was like a villain in Power Rangers more so than a
wrestler. Oh, right. Because they were supposed to be the gorgeous
80s.
Ladies of 80s wrestling.
Ugly
but
ladies.
It was 80. It was elevate. Okay. Eva Destruction is a neon goth punk girl with muscly legs. Now, here's the thing. I thought she looked great with those legs on. In fact, I was like, I would like to see her pad now because I love that shape on her.
I just was like, the whole look when they talked about it in the boudoir, she was like, I'm putting veins. These are modeled after my like muscular legs. I'm like, it didn't. When Coco got up there and other people, I'm like,
you could see that Coco's ass got bigger.
Well, I was like, Eva's thing was really cool, but it didn't actually go there because she covered it. Like the pants revealed the legs, but then she was wearing this fishnet bodysuit, and
there was a large portion of the legs that were covered.
It kind of just looked like, if you looked closely, you were like, those are muscular legs. But if you didn't look super closely, it kind of just looked like she was drag padded and naturally had big calves. And I think that she missed what she wanted to do. She could have just turned it up just a bit more and it would have really, really worked.
You know that meme of Squidward when he eats too many of the Krabby Patties?
Uh-huh.
That's kind of what it looked like.
Okay.
Melissa B. Fierce. She was inspired by China. And she's a very strong, muscly woman. This one was a 10 out of 10. It hit every note.
It looked exactly like wrestling. Like it was so
like
perfect.
That looked like you could see that on a wrestling show.
Completely.
And
she had that MB logo, which was...
Her fucking logo.
Was
genius.
So cool.
And the belt. She really thought it all through. Coco Kane came out with big titties, mismatched heels, and a big old fat ass. That from the right angle, you could see that ass sweat coming through.
Now, we'll get to what the judges had to say about this. This look was a little wild. She had missed those mismatched shoes. The body was absolutely ludicrous. Tiny little corset. Just the biggest titties you could ever imagine.
And if you want those titties, go to ROANYER.com. They are a size Z, and I think they're probably $500, $600.
And she literally was like, the way she was like, she was like figuring out how they felt. She was like, oh my God. And then she would slam them together. I mean, very wild.
I wanted to see her pull a Mary Cherry and like bust a beer can with them.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
Victoria is missing some teeth. She's like a punk rock muscle suit. The pecs are incredible. And they added like some wild armor.
She gave, and all her armor are like spinning. They're like circular saws, and like she's got everything is spiked. And she went for what is typically seen as like a masculine chest. So she gave like pecs and biceps rather than like tits.
Yeah, and she gave that Neanderthal forehead too.
She put prosthetics on when like it was not called.
It wasn't necessary, but she did it and it elevated it and it was wonderful.
Completely.
Astrid is a pink and teal lizard with a tail and a mask, and she's stoned, fringed. There's gasoline being poured all over her. She's serving looks and body.
Pink
suits.
hair, the tail. She's like,
I'm actually gagged that they all, because the challenge was to do the hair, and like all of their hair is incredible. Like, I don't know how to do what they did with that. Like, I would fail at this completely.
the Astrid hair looks really cool.
Yeah, how did they add texture? I need to ask them.
Yeah. And Hoso's hair too. It's like
Hoso's-
crimped and
Where are they getting the crimps? Okay, then we get to see Ian and Michael Verratti, and they're there as the wrestling commentators watching.
Ian
the
wearing a
match.
bolo tie.
You know, I do got to say one thing though.
Ugh,
His hair was messed up the whole time.
I know.
And his boyfriend is the one filming it. He's the director. You think your boyfriend would look through the camera and go, "Hey, sweets, maybe fix your hair a little bit."
Well, sometimes you're on like a tight time schedule.
Yeah. It bothered me though. Then they wrestle.
Ew,
Bow,
ew,
bow, 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 bow.
Now, what I noticed, I mean, obviously they wrestle, they're rehearsed, they go back and forth, they have, all of these fights. These were the things that stood out to me. The use of the word bitch. Yeah, bitch. Come on,
No,
bitch.
stop. You bitch. Listen, bitch, you shut up, bitch. Bitch, you. Bitch, bitch.
Bitch.
I'm the bitch, bitch.
Like, it was just like, get her, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Like, there just was so much bitch being yelled. And then the other thing is like,
The answer to the question of how does Coco sleep was answered. You know what I mean? We got there.
we saw how she laid flat. On
she
them,
jumped down on Victoria's fucking face.
on them things, on them pillows. It's like, okay, so I don't know. It's interesting to think about. I think about like improv scenes or like back in college in theater school. Sometimes you would like do an acting exercise that would be really prolonged. Not like a play that was rehearsed or like a musical concert, but like an improv thing where you don't quite know what's going on and you've got everyone else around you making decisions and you're meant to stay in character or like keep the energy up, because who knows how long this took.
Oh, they were doing this for hours probably.
And it's like everyone has to be energized. And when you're wrestling in a stadium and it's your job, this is a 2-hour durational thing I have to do. Or even if you go to like a sporting event and the crowd is cheering the whole time, it's because they actually have a stake in their real life sports team. But when you're like acting and it's improvised and the whole thing isn't rehearsed, it's so funny those moments when like there's just a lull. Or like someone drops character and just sort of totally spaces out for a second.
That's when in an improv scene, everyone runs across the stage because they're like, energy's dropping, we got to fix it. And so in this, it's sustained. That's why Melissa didn't have a voice. That's why Melissa slayed this, because she was probably at a 10 the whole time, because that's how Melissa works.
Right. Exactly.
Now, where were we?
Well, we're dropping the energy, so you better run across the stage, Diva.
Swipe? What did they call that? A sweep? Okay, so Melissa beats the shit out of Astrid.
A sweep edit.
And it's a wonderful thing. Now it's time for the Boulé chats. They don't see anyone as a total bottom this week.
That was nice.
That was very nice. And also, I don't think anyone's a total bottom this week either.
Yeah, it felt like a really good...
Just Melissa. Not because of her placement, just because I know what she could do with that hole.
Sexually.
It
felt like a really good week for everybody. The Big Boulé does bring up that Astrid is wearing a bodysuit yet again.
But with a tail.
She said, please don't do that last week.
What are you supposed to do when that's all you have?
Yes.
Not wear the bodysuit that's been rhinestoned and made specifically for this.
That has a matching mask that
tail,
without the mask, the tail would have been weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the tail is built into the bodysuit.
So at this point, it's kind of like you're giving her notes on stuff she can't change.
I mean, I guess theoretically you could have cut the tail off the bodysuit, wrapped it around your torso, painted your body, and then used the thing and been like, I'm not wearing a bodysuit.
What was the issue with last week? What was the bodysuit? The zombie thing? Which was
it
like
was
the skin
underneath
on the thing?
The dress, and then the week before was like Dungeons and Dragons. It was like a bodysuit that stuff was on top of, or I don't know. She just like has it out for Astrid's bodysuit and fashion choices.
I had it out for those hips.
Okay, Coco, they said Coco is the most memorable wrestler out there, but the look was really lacking. And they also really liked Victoria's look. They were like, she puts the ugly in the ugly ladies of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And then they thought Hoso and Eva were the weakest. And I do like this. I don't know if other people are adopting it or not, but the Big Boule often uses the term, I've said this before, but uses the term quiet.
Mm-hmm.
They thought that Eva's look was really quiet. And then she said it was a flop, dud, flop, flop, Tina, dud.
Flop,
J'adore.
flippity flop.
Yeah.
What I gotta a little. I love Eva, but I gotta a little bit agree in comparison to a lot of the other costumes. It wasn't as high level, because you could say that Melissa's was just as simple, but like Melissa's had so much elevated aspects.
The aesthetic
of
just
a simple
worked, like-
costume. Yeah, it matched the hair, matched the outfit. It was all inspired by China. The abs were there. Like it all made sense.
Yeah. There's just something about Eva's look.
And Hoso and Eva was the weakest fight. Oh, you said that. And they showed the portion of the scene where they stopped and asked the fight choreographer for help or whatever happened there.
Yeah, and so when they revealed that, it made me understand that so much of it was choreographed, which also made me think like the whole thing of Coco choosing the teams was like, sure, they chose the teams, but ultimately that was just like who you got to root on the side with. But what it really was about who you were partnered with.
Yeah, and also it's like, this again might be an Eva thing because she is such a perfectionist, but she was trying to stick to the script exactly and like all the motions, and you could tell that Coco and Victoria kind of were letting loose a little and having fun within the restrictions of the choreography.
Right.
They were like letting her top her and like fuck her and do all this crazy stuff that I'm sure was in addition to what they were supposed to be doing.
It seemed like that little bit of the fucking and the genital bouncing maybe improvised.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you just said.
Yeah, kind of. I said they were playing within their
within
their
the,
choreo. Yeah.
Sorry, I got
Sidetracked. It's okay.
well, someone popped something up on my screen here.
Will you pop it up on mine?
You
I love when you take control of my monitor.
I just received this text from this man.
What's inside of him?
I think that's just water dripping down.
It's
He's
still and then
holding
behind
his penis. But he said, "Come be in the shower."
Give him my number.
No, because then we'll be double dippers, or what do they call it? So sorry, I got distracted. So let's go to the judges. Now the judges, as you mentioned, are Poppy and Katya. I thought they did great judging and gave really fun feedback. I am upset that no one was there to give Katya a little dab on her sweaty face.
She was starting to sweat and no one was helping. Again, there's nobody. I guess there's just not somebody watching the monitors being like, fix this.
Well, it's the combination of like, because this happens to me sometimes when we're filming stuff over at Mom. Like, we have a certain setup where there is no monitor for one of the shows, and we just like trust that everyone is chill. But then sometimes there is a monitor, but also sometimes there's not a person who can like run up and do that because it's just enough people to like run cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
But I assume they have a makeup artist on set.
Oh, I don't think that.
You think everyone does their own makeup?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I thought the feedback from the judges was great. For Hoso, they said that the performance was clunky. Katya basically said she should go to jail for the go-go boot, but she'd still fuck her. Oh no, she said house arrest. Sorry. She said not jail, but I'll put you on house arrest. I think that the hair and makeup are just incredible on Hoso this week.
Absolutely. Like, this is the Emmy. If they want to be nominated for an Emmy, they should do this episode. Push this episode. You know what I mean?
I guess. I also think that fucking Dungeons and Dragons looks were so good across the board.
Yeah, but I think overall this was a better episode.
Okay, slay.
Victoria, she's a handsome woman, and her look is stellar. Her energy was through the roof from the start to finish, which is different for Victoria. So it was really cool to see her like that.
Oh, yeah. And
Like it was the first time I was like, oh my God, she's a person. She's a person and she has feelings.
I agree. And it was the exciting thing of like, she was doing a character and the focus was on the look, but also it was like a lot of times when she's out on the for the floor show, she's presenting the look, but she's not like doing an action.
Mm-hmm.
And this time she had like something to do that served the look. And the last time she was doing that, she was acting and she couldn't remember her lines. So this was fun to see her sort of shining.
Astrid, Katya was shocked about the shoes. She calls them psycho. Her performance was great. The tail was awesome. The look was good. But the coat and the shoes and the bodysuit, there was a no from everybody.
What
those
about
shoes? She goes,
can you
those
describe
formal
that
wear
shoes?
shoes. Those, I never really look at Queen's shoes, and I forgot that Katya is like such a shoe person.
Is she?
Yeah, she's a Louboutin girl.
Well, now she is. I think Willem got her into that.
Oh, but I think she's always been a shoe girl. Like she's always had an interest in feet. Those shoes were like a prom night sparkly shoe.
It was
But
interesting.
here's
Do you think she wore them last week at Zombie Prom?
Probably. But what shoe do you wear to wrestle in, you know? A boot.
Yeah, a boot. A
Or a
go-go
tennis
boot?
shoe. No, but they hated the go-go boot on Hoso.
That's true.
Even though Hoso dressed it the fuck up.
A clog.
A croc.
Crock of shit.
Everyone loved Melissa's performance. Did you try Melissa's performance? Melissa's performance was lovely.
You know, I went to this potluck and I'm like, who brought Melissa's performance?
Because I'll have seconds. Third. Can I get the
Good.
recipe for Melissa's performance? Eva.
She's like, tenacity and hard work.
Stop making me laugh.
Oh, just leave me alone. Thank God I'm making someone laugh over here. They thought not only was her energy good, but it was the best technical fight, but
She's
also
a dancer. She knows choreo.
like you were saying, they played around inside of the parameters, and also her and Astrid had really good chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a slay. Now, here is where these judges really popped off.
Uh-oh.
When they started talking to Eva Destruction, and they literally did not hold back. Poppy, who like at one point was a robot and I guess now is a real person, said, I
still
wish
think
I
she's an AI.
saw you more than I heard you. And Eva goes,
Boom.
Eva goes, yeah, my voice carries. And it was probably her voice, the one going, bitch, bitch,
You fucking bitch.
get her, bitch, tackle
Also-
her, bitch.
Side note, Eva Destruction will be at Fat Slut on December 16th. Please make your way. Also, Landon Cider and Georges will all be there. For
Bitch, what is happening to you?
I just love money. Poppy, no, we're on to Coco. They loved her performance, but her look was a little less than desired. Coco reveals that someone has been sabotaging her. Dun, dun, dun! She says that her bikini got cut and things are missing. That person who stole her stuff knew specifically which foot was cut and blistered and took that comfortable shoe, leaving her only with a boot. Who do you think it is?
I am desperate to talk about this.
Who do you think it is? I'm going to say it. I think it's Katya.
Do you believe in
No.
your heart
No.
that someone is doing that? Or do you believe that she is messy and disorganized?
There's been no evidence. For everyone's literally like, what are you talking about? Kind of.
Right.
And I think I hate to say it, it's probably just her being messy and disorganized. What do you think?
I don't know, because I love the idea that like Eva Destruction is like did it
Just like snipping
and, like,
her things.
stealing things and hiding things and snipping, and it's almost like a good opportunity to do so with a person who is messy and disorganized, because it makes it easier for the shit to sort of go missing without an immediate reaction.
Maybe someone is, because Coco doesn't seem like the type that would like fuck herself over like this. You know what I
Right.
mean? Or call it out. Like, she made a weapon in 3 hours. You know what I mean? Like, she's prepared for this. So maybe someone is fucking with her stuff. But I just couldn't imagine in this competition someone having enough time in the day to not like to get ready to do this competition, but also to find time to go sabotage someone else.
Yeah.
So whoever's doing it, they're smart. I wish they could catch it on camera.
I mean, completely. I wish there is a camera. A reality TV
camera. Coco and Astrid.
Okay, anyhow.
Wait, what?
I think it would be amazing if it's like revealed that it's someone. It's lackluster that it's like, oh, maybe Coco is. The one thing that
you know what? They wouldn't put all this in unless someone was doing it, right?
Not true, because remember all the rules about if you can't do the fright feed, someone's coming back? Unless that's gonna happen later this season. Could that happen later this season? I don't know. Anyways, fingers fucking crossed that we get a saboteur.
Yeah.
That would be incredible and super exciting. All right, so what happens here at the end?
Melissa wins! And it's her first win, and she wanted it bad. Hossa and Eva become up for elimination.
And?
Eva goes home. I'm just
One
kidding.
thing that I thought was interesting, I mean, when they said Hossa versus Eva, I immediately was like, is there a question? Eva's going home. No
just
shade.
because of this challenge, not... I think her performances throughout the whole show have been... I think that she's been doing better than they're giving her credit for, in my opinion.
I also agree.
I think that they're judging her a little harsher than the other girls. But I also think that Eva is harder on herself than any of the girls are hard on their own selves.
Right. One thing that I find interesting is that back in the cauldron, they make Eva and Hosso like plead their case. But baby, they're not voting in the cauldron. Like the Boulets are voting on who goes home.
Oh yeah. Was there supposed to be a vote?
No, but like Eva's like, this is why
she's like, I am Eva from the House of Destruction.
Right.
And I am here to let you know.
I am the one and only Ivanica Destructionista. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Yeah, Tiffany Trump's sister. Just kidding.
No.
Nar.
Nar.
Have you seen that TikTok of that Australian girl that's like, when I say nar, I'm chewing it up. I'm eating it up. Have you seen it?
No.
It's just like one thing you American bitches could never do. When I say the word no, baby, I've got vowels, I've got syllables, I've got consonants, baby. I'm chewing it. I'm eating. I'm feasting on a meal. Nar.
Nar.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Good for her.
Yeah, so then they go back out and baby, she says Eva, but nothing happens. And then I thought it was going to be the switch. I thought it was going to be the thing where they're like, Eva.
You thought it was going to be the switch?
You're safe.
And you thought Gia Gunn was going to come out and throw water in someone's face and be like, speaking in Spanish? Okay.
I love throwing water from a water bottle, not from an open glass, but you
an
gotta
open glass really gets it.
You
a
gotta
water
shake
bottle, you
the
gotta.
water bottle.
Well, you get one good throw, and then they always like shake it upside down at him and throw the bottle. That's how you throw a water bottle. Okay. In case you were wondering.
So they both get saved. It's a double Shantae.
It's a double save, divas.
So Hosso and Eva get to fight another day, and they were both shocked. I mean, they were both gobsmacked. And I bet that next week, you know, Eva will come back in the room, and then they'll let everybody say a bunch of shady shit, and then Hosso will walk back in the room, or one way or the other. Maybe they'll let Hosso back in the room, and then all the other dolls will be like, oh, we knew it was going to be you. You were going to be safe. Eva was definitely going home, and then Eva will still be there.
That's going to make her spiral.
Well, so maybe they'll do it the other way
Hearing all that
around.
negative stuff about her is going to make her spiral.
I know. I just think Eva is so good at performing. She's such a good
too
time.
fucking good.
She turns the goddamn party, but like I think because she has like a little crack in her armor, it's a thing that makes the TV like it gives her that storyline of like I was really proud in the Cauldron though. She was like, that's season 3 Eva that would be spiraling and crying right now. I know I'm good. I know this is just it is what it is, Santa, and we'll see what happens.
I just love her.
Likewise. All right. Well,
That was
We
it,
did it.
Divas. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Spooky Seconds.
longer than the episode of television.
Well, that's because I had to say some shit. To listen to Sloppy Seconds one day early, ad-free, and to watch our full video episodes, sign up for Mom Plus at mompodcast.plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Moguls of Media, aka Mom.
Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball.
Editing and sound design by
William Pitts. Executive produced by Willem Belli, Alaska Thunderfuck, Big Dipper, and Joe Cilio.
Our artwork was drawn by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.